Hey everyone, so a little bit of change in programming this week. So I actually had a video pretty much done and ready to go. It'll probably get pushed back a week because of this video, because the best thing happened is when you get new tools and new gadgets and stuff that came in. So I'm sure, as most of you know, like everyone's all hype about the A7S3, and I put my pre-order in. I didn't think it was coming until the end of the month, but you know what? I got the call last Friday. Thank you, great Singapore shops, for bringing it in. There it is, the A7S3. Maybe you can make that out right there. I think it's focusing on something else. But yeah, so because of this, that means that this camera right here has changed. This is now the A7 III. I used to have the GH5S, so let me know if you notice the difference, if you like it or not. The reason why I changed it is because the GH5S was great, but when I was editing, I noticed there was like some focus breathing and stuff like that, and I was going out of focus here and there. I think I just went out of focus a bit right now. But, you know, the thing is like, you know, I want to be able to show little product shots and stuff like that. Oh, there you go. But yeah, I was just, you know, it just bothered me a little bit when I was editing that I was going out of focus and stuff like that. But what did I just show you? I just showed you a CFexpress Type A card reader. So I actually went and bought the little CFexpress A cards. So I bought these because the read and write speeds are super fast, which enables me to use some of the extra codecs on the A7S III, so the all-I codec. Basically, when I used to edit vlogs off my A7 III, I'd have a lot of problems with the footage being a bit hard to edit, even though I have like a pretty beast PC. Like, it would freeze, and if I color graded, it would take forever to load. So I wanted to try this new codec, see if this would help with that. And also I just wanted to explore like all the options and things available on this camera. So we're going to test some of that out. So we're going to go out and go to a vlog that I shot over a couple days. Not gonna lie, this is not the most amazing vlog. It's more about testing and stuff like that. You know, I wanted to experiment with using S-Log. I wanted to use the new active stabilization. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the blog where I kind of reintroduce myself and all this. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you like this new camera or if I should switch back to the old one. But on with the video, on with the review. We'll come back with a bit of a recap. All right, so we just got the A7S III, and I thought it'd be fun to do a vlog test since now we have a flippy screen now. That's not the only reason why I bought this camera, contrary to what Ira believes. It's for a lot of other features, you know. But we actually have the CFexpress Type A card in this. So that means I can do the all-I recording, which eats up a ton of hard drive space, but I kind of want to see. So usually when I vlog, I just use the HLG color profile. And I've always been curious about using it with S-Log, but the problem is that on the A7 III, it was only 8-bit, not 10-bit. So I kind of want to see how that works here and how the camera can do with itself somewhat auto-adjusting. But like any vlog, I should stop looking at the screen. I should look at the camera. Like any vlog, we should do the pointless, you know, shots of leaving the building and, you know, close-ups of the door handle and stuff like that. And we're going to go out to eat some chili crab. I've never had it before, despite being in Singapore for about a year now. And yeah, pretty much just have fun with the camera. Might be a little bit of mix of the dinner tonight and stuff we do tomorrow, like exciting stuff like going to get coffee. But yeah, it's been a while since a vlog, so here we go. All right, so this is round 2 of the vlog. So we didn't get to do too much of where we ate last night. We ate at a Clark Key last night. But anyway, we didn't get to really talk too much after that. We were too food combed out. But I wanted to test some more stuff with the camera here. So we have a nice overcast day. So we'll see how it deals with that. Whenever I usually vlog, I kind of leave it on auto white balance because I ain't got no time to be white balancing this camera every few seconds when we stop. But where we're at now, it's a nice little, like, what do you call it, creek area maybe?
Waterway.
Waterway?
Yeah, water reservoir.
Anyway, right now we're testing out the active stabilization on a wide angle. So usually wide angle, there's not that much shake, but now we got the active thing going on, which crops it in a bit. And yeah, let's go see if we can get some sights and stuff, because I feel like taking off this mask, holding this camera and walking and talking at the same time. All right, so I thought I'd show you how it looks with the active stabilization off. So this is just with the standard in-body 5-axis stabilization. So you get a bit of a wider frame, but it jiggles around a bit more. But you know, for some people that looks a bit more natural rather than, you know, that kind of like electronic stabilization. But just to give you a sense of how it looks when you're walking and stuff like that, if that's your vlogging style per se. All right, so some other things about the setup, right, is probably like the weight and how to manage all this. So we have the Tamron 17 to 28 2.8 lens on this, and a Shure microphone, not the huge Rode microphone that's usually on these. And then there's a ND filter on it, because I thought it was gonna be a lot brighter out here. But yeah, basically the weight's pretty manageable. The A7S III is definitely a far bit bigger than the A7 III, but the weight hasn't increased too much. My stringy arms are able to hold this for about a minute or two at a time, and then after that I think it would get kind of weighty unless you're like, you know, a serious vlogger who's buffed out and stuff. So definitely doable. Like if you came from vlogging with like huge ass DSLRs or like a 1DX or something, this will be like no problem for you. But we have a little small tripod. It's the little Manfrotto one. It's not even the huge Gorilla Pod that everyone uses. So yeah, I would say it's a manageable setup. Hopefully you would get this camera for more than vlogging, but if you swag hard like that, then it should be no problem, you know, go crazy. All right, so this test here this is just like going full auto with the camera, right? So this is just no picture profile on. It's set to adjust the exposure based on the shutter speed. So we're shooting at like 24 right now. And then auto ISO and everything like that. The ND set to about like 2 stops. So just to give an idea, if you want to be straight up lazy with the camera and let it do all the work, this is pretty much the kind of image quality you'll get out of it. So that does it for what I like to call easy mode. You just let everything take care of it for you. I'll have to see what it looks like in post, but just looking at the viewfinder, it seems pretty good. I need to stop looking at the screen to the right because now my eyes is drawn to that to check the framing. But yeah, I would say, I mean, if that's your goal, to just have an easy, high quality looking camera, then that works pretty well. But if that really is the case, just get a ZV-1. It's a lot lighter, a lot cheaper, a lot easier to do all your vlogging stuff with, and it'll fit in your pocket, you know? So save some cash and save on some weight. So one thing to talk about is the new menu system that Sony has put in. It's a touchscreen menu system. that's one of the problems of the cameras in the past, is that their menu system was kind of weird. So I will say it is a bit quicker to like find and dig through things, but if you really want to be like flexible and quick with the camera, I still recommend setting all the custom buttons, setting up the quick function menu, doing things like that. Also, being a good personality on camera really helps. Like, I was really selling this video. Look at this. She's going hard. But yeah, new menu system's okay. I didn't get lost when I was checking it. I found things mostly where I was. But I quickly like set up all my stuff just like I did on my A7 III. The new layout, one thing I really don't like is I don't like where the record button was. I really was used to it being in the back of the camera. This button, I guess, is okay for like vlogging stuff, but I guess it really doesn't matter in the end because I usually use a remote when I'm filming. But yeah, I just don't like where the recording button is, but it is nice that it's bigger.
There are more turtles when the water is low. I don't see any turtles right now.
Yeah. All right, so I guess this would theoretically be the low light test. It's getting pretty dusky outside right now, and you know, I guess a true low light would be when it's pitch dark, but in this area, like, there's like no lights. So here you can kind of see what it looks like when you know, you're about to shoot that spooky vlogging scene. All right, so that pretty much wraps up this whole vlog test for this thing. Pretty good so far, you know, definitely pretty usable. One thing I will miss is being able to punch in with the Super 35 mode. Fortunately, you can't do that because this is actually just a pure 4K sensor rather than a 6K. But let's see if these files explode my hard drive, because the data rate on it is super huge. Other than that, I think we'll see like how it plays with the LUTs and stuff like that. So if the color is whack and all over the place in this video, sorry for that, but it was really just experiment mode. See how the auto white balance holds up, see how it is just shooting straight up S-Log3 for the most part, and a little bit of 120p footage here and there. But let's jump over to my post edit phase. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Again, so the whole purpose of this kind of vlog test was I wanted to test what it would be like using this new camera with my old workflow. So my old workflow was kind of just based around the idea of keeping things really as simple as possible, because, you know, when I shoot my normal YouTube videos, especially like when I have the more intricate set and stuff like that, you know, I take the time to try and do things properly, like, you know, white balance stuff, set up the proper lighting, you know, color grade things properly and stuff like that. You know, at the end of the day, this is all just kind of amateur stuff and I learn as I go. But I do know that with vlogging, like it's supposed to be like more in the moment. Like I can't, you know, bring a gray card with me and make sure the exposure right and the white balance is right every single time. So I just need a workflow that works quickly. Like obviously having the flippy screen on the A7SIII, you know, definitely helps a lot there and will help a lot with me vlogging like I used to, because it was really hard to do it with the A7 III because I felt like I always needed to be behind the camera, like filming Ira or something. So yeah, what was it like working with that workflow? Did it work well for me? So some things I noticed was, like, first of all, that all eye, you know, codec was great for editing in terms of scrubbing. So I didn't have any more like pauses or breaks. I did notice the CPU was getting, you know, worked a bit, but it was like when I edit the Atomos footage, you know, like it didn't, you know, freeze or drop frames. It was really smooth on playback, no stuttering. I did notice though that when I was doing some color grading, it would hang from time to time, especially when I was trying to look at the, you know, lumetri and look at the, you know, the vector scope to make sure the skin tones were right and stuff. So that was a bit unfortunate. We'll see what happens. Maybe there's an update or something that fixes that. Some other things I'm really excited to check out are the raw output, because you can output 16-bit raw that gets transferred into 12-bit raw into the Ninja 5. So I need to update my Ninja 5 and maybe I'll try that next week. But in terms of a vlog process, like it was great. I like the footage. I think I need to tweak things a little bit because it seems like if I want to use certain LUTs just to make the workflow faster instead of like color grading each and every vlog, I need to maybe expose a bit higher than I did before. The low light stuff, you know, you could see didn't look great, but I think there's ways that I could do better than that. And again, like I had an ND filter on and it was already a 2.8, so like I don't expect this thing to see in the dark or anything like that. But there's other tricks and methods that I can do with that. But overall, I was pretty happy with the image quality and stuff. But yeah, I'll shoot a couple more vlogs with S-Log3, see how it goes. To be fair, I looked at just the straight up auto footage and I was like, I think this is kind of good enough on its own. Especially if the point of the video is not how it looks, but just what are we up to. So I don't know. We'll see with that. Still need to try HLG and the cinema, you know, color profiles, see how that looks. Plus there's like creative styles and all these craziness in it. So there's definitely a lot to explore with this camera and it'll be popping up on the channel. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know, are you planning to buy an A7S III for vlogging, for just creating videos, as a B camera for your cinema camera? Let me know. Like I said, again, let me know what you think about this new camera. And I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe for more Lewis blowing his whole paycheck on ridiculous camera gear. All right. Catch you on the next one.